What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So guys, today the new Safe House in the Hills DLC or update was released for GT Online. One of the most important things that came with this update is of course the new mansions. So in this video I'm going to give you guys a tour of the new property and also show you guys all the features. Plus I will also do a small comparison of the three locations that you have. So first of all, if you want to buy a mansion, you will have to go to the new website, Pre-Luxury Real Estate, and then at the bottom you can choose your property. So you can see that there are three different locations. Now I've already seen this question many times online. You can buy all three of them. So you can own all three properties at the same time. The first location is the Vinewood residence, 12.2 million base price. Then we have the Richman villa, 12.8 million base price. And then the cheapest one is the Tongva estate, 11.5 million base price. So all very close and all of course very expensive. You guys can see that I have a $2 million discount, by the way. This is because I completed a challenge before the DLC was released where you had to complete the new listings missions. If you guys did the same, you will also have this discount. Although I have read online that this is for a limited time, so try to claim it as fast as possible. The upgrades that you have for the mansion. So first of all, the interior, I skipped this kind of fast, but I will come back to that later. Then you have additional rooms like the armory where you can upgrade your weapons. You can have an arcade, which is not so useful. You can have a podium inside of your mansion where you can put a car, and then you can also have a private vehicle workshop. Now for people who have GTA Plus, it says in the description that you can access all of the different upgrades that you have in the game for vehicles. So you can access the Benny's upgrades, HSW upgrades, the missile lock-on jammer, all from the same workshop, which is pretty cool. But so this is only for GTA Plus members. If you don't have it, normally for the missile lock-on jammer you have to go to the arcade. For HSW you have to go to the LS car meet. But so if you have GTA Plus, you can do this all in the same place. Then the security upgrade, this is also a very interesting one. In the description it says that if you have the security upgrade, your businesses will get rated less. And also it says, if I read it correctly, that if you already have security for your business, then basically you won't get rated anymore. Now it's a expensive upgrade, 1.75 mil, but also the thing is, if you buy another mansion, you can get the security upgrade for free. So I bought all the three mansions and I only paid for this once. I have to admit it's kind of expensive, but if you use, for example, your MC businesses a lot, so your biker businesses, then it can be very useful. There you have your AI assistant. Over here you just have to pick the voice so you can listen to the different voices. And then this upgrade is free, and that's pretty much it. So I come to a total of 17,750,000. I didn't get all of the decoration upgrades. I will get them after this. But so almost 18 mil if you want to get the fully upgraded mansion. I have the discount, like I said, because I completed the challenge where you had to complete the new listings missions before the DLC released. So afterwards you can always renovate. So I forgot to do the patterns. So the patterns will cost you around 250k. So that already brings me to a total of 18 million. And then for the decor you can also choose, I think the most expensive one is 600k. So a completely upgraded mansion with everything on it, with almost all the most expensive options, is 18.6 mil, which is of course crazy expensive. The first time that you go to the mansion, you will have a cutscene. You will also meet Michael because he's kind of your new neighbor. He says that he lives in the same neighborhood, so that's why he's coming by. Then also one thing that I forgot to mention, guys, if you, for example, cannot purchase the mansion, if the website is not showing up, or if you cannot purchase it on the website, it could be that you still have to complete the cutscene with Madrazo at the airport. So for this, just go to the yellow M at the airport, and then after this, it should be fine. Like I said, you can own all three mansions at the same time. So over here, I'm just buying all three of them very quickly. For the upgrades, the armory and the arcade, it's not really necessary that you have it in every mansion. So over here, I just skipped it. The vehicle workshop is pretty useful though, because if you have a 20-car garage which is full, it's always good to have a workshop close by. The security is free, AI assistant is also free. So for the second one, you're paying less for the upgrade, so you're actually saving 4-5 mil, especially from the security, you're saving almost 2 million. Now also notice, I'm buying all three on the same account, and for every mansion I have a 2 million discount. So if you completed the challenge as well, you can save actually 6 million in total. So this is also pretty cool, of course. So now I have all three of them. Like I said, at the same time, it's possible. So now that we have the mansions, let's do a tour of the inside. The inside, by the way, I'm almost completely sure that it's exactly the same for all three mansions. It's only the outside which is slightly different, and then of course the looks of the mansion for all of three of them is also different. The location obviously is also different. But so when you enter, you will first have the dining room, kitchen, then you have the cigar room over here, and then to the right you will have your office. Now from the office you can access all of your businesses. You basically have a master control terminal on your PC. So from here you can start steal missions for your supplies. You can buy supplies for your businesses, and also you can start sell missions. Although this is not so smart, because for a sell mission you want to be close to your business, because the vehicles still spawn of course at the business itself. You guys can also see that you can have pets, so you can have a cat and a dog. I will show you guys in a bit on where you can purchase them, because you have to purchase them separately. But I've also noticed that if you have a cat at one mansion, you have the same cat at all three mansions. So if you have all three mansions, you cannot have 3 dogs and 3 cats. It's the same cat and dog at all the 3 houses. Then when we go to the basement level, in the back you have the master bedroom. So of course in the bedroom you're not going to do much. You can change your clothes over here, but for the rest this is not a room that you will use a lot. So it's the same as with the high-end apartments, the same as with the penthouse. It's cool to have, but it's not that you're going to spend time over here in the game. Then when you exit, on the left you have a private barber and also a private tattoo artist. Now to be honest, I haven't tried this yet, so I don't know if it costs you money. But this is pretty cool. So this is pretty useful. Now if you just spawn here, you can immediately change your hair, you can get tattoos, and you don't have to go to the barber shop or to the tattoo shop. Next room is a inside spa, so you have a inside pool. And then if you exit across the hall, there is another bathroom. Again, not a room that you're going to use a lot, but I'm giving you guys the full tour. Then to the right, you will have something which is pretty cool. This is the trophies, and then also the podium if you have this as a upgrade. If you want to put a vehicle on the podium, by the way, you have to do this in your garage, which I will show you guys in a bit. If you go to the interaction menu, you have the option mansion management when you're inside the mansion. The second option when you click on it is customization. Then the first option that you get is decorations. This is basically a painting that you can put in the entry hall. So this is on the first floor. When you enter the mansion, you can buy a painting for 90k to put it over here. The second option that you have in the same menu is trophies. So these are the trophies that you can see in front of me right now. And the thing is, if you want to change these trophies, you will have to stand here. So you can actually see the trophies change. You cannot do this when you're on the first floor, or for example, when you're in the garage. Of course, trophies, you have to earn them. So it will say when a trophy is locked, how you can unlock it. So for example, this one, Millennial, is rank 1000. I haven't reached this yet, so I don't have it. So still a lot of work to do for me to get all of the trophies. Now you also have plaques. This is on the wall right, on the right of the trophies. This is for completing tier 4 challenges in the career progress, and you guys can see it, everything is locked for me. So sadly, I still have a lot of work to do. I didn't try to complete these challenges yet, so that's the reason why I don't have anything. Then also you can hide stuff like the gym equipment, the dog, the cat. You can change the music. This is also an option. You can change the staff if you want to see them or not. You can also put a dress code, and then you can also choose what you're wearing in the hot tub. Then behind you, like I said, you have the podium if you purchased it, so you can actually put one car over here, which is pretty cool. That's also the reason why I got this with all the mansions. Then over here you have a guest room with a guest dressing room, and then also a bathroom. Again, just rooms to kind of fill the house. You're not going to use these, of course. Then over here on the left you have a arcade if you have it. I didn't get this for all my mansions because I already have a arcade and I don't really play these games. So yeah, it's not really useful to get it in every mansion, especially because it's also pretty expensive. And over here you have the home cinema. This is a free upgrade, so you always have this. And then from here you can basically go down. You will also see throughout the house you have tables with snacks on it, so this is also pretty useful. Then, so this was basement level 1. If you go one more down, it's basement level 2. So the house has a ground floor, basement 1, basement 2. Then over here, there's not much to see. You have a party room. And then on the left over here, if you have the armory, you also have the armory. So this is again an upgrade that you have to get. If you don't have this, this door will probably be locked. We have the party area, currently empty, but I will show you right now how you can actually also fill it up. So you will fill it up with NPCs. On the left, by the way, also an elevator that you can use if you're having struggles finding the stairs. The elevator is much faster. And then on the wall throughout the mansion, you will also see these iPads. This is basically your AI assistant, and from here you have a couple of options that you can pick from. First one is fast travel, so you can actually fast travel to all of your properties, all of your businesses, garages, a lot of locations, which is very useful. The second option over here, it's locked because I already used it, but it's basically a production boost that you can give to one of your businesses. So one of the businesses where you have to wait for supplies to become product, for example, the MC businesses, you can boost the production speed. I don't know what the boost exactly does, so if it's double speed and also how long it lasts, but it's definitely very useful. I assume it's something similar to what we have with the Acid Lab. But so you can do this once every day in real life. Then the third option is a champagne service, not so interesting. And then we have host party. So this is how you fill up the party area, and this is actually how you fill up the entire mansion with just NPCs. Plus also if you put it on public, other players can also enter your mansion. So especially in the first days, if you have a lot of people that want to see the mansion like this, they will just enter just to see how it looks on the inside. And other options that you also had was just exit the mansion with a vehicle, a helicopter, stuff like this. Then for the rest, over here you don't have a lot of things anymore. You have one more stairs that goes down, and over there you have the vehicle workshop and also the safe. So the vehicle workshop was one of the upgrades that you had to get. The safe is, I think, something that you have standard. So in this vehicle workshop, you can just customize vehicles straight from the garage. You can customize them over here, very similar to what we have with the CEO garage. And like I said, if you have GTA Plus, you can do all of the upgrades over here. So the HSW upgrade, Benny's upgrades, missile lock on jammer, which is very annoying because every time you have to bring a vehicle to the agency, but so only for GTA Plus members. Then you also have the safe. I assume over here it's just if you have a lot of money, there will be a lot of money over here. The less money that you will have, the emptier that the safe will look. These were all the inside rooms of the mansion. Then of course what's left is the exterior, which is different for all three mansions, and also the garage. The garage is the same for all three mansions, by the way. So you have two garage floors, B1 and B2, and in total you have 20 car spots. So per mansion, 20 car spots. It seems a lot bigger to me, but if you go to the management of the garage, you will see that there is only 20 slots. So you can use these stairs to go to B1 if you're on B2, and the other way around, of course. And then on B1, you will have the management. So you have the blue circle where you can stand to basically pick the location of each car. Now, if you want to put a vehicle on the podium, you will have to do it from here. So for example, let me just remove the car from the podium, put it in a different slot. And then when you are here, you can see that there is an option on the bottom. You can either move it to the driveway or you can move it to the podium. So if you put it on the driveway, you can just put it in one of these two locations, or you can also put it on the podium. But so in total, it's 20 cars. It's just 3 cars that you can put on different locations as well. So you can put 1 car on the podium and then 2 cars on the driveway. But they're still part of the 20 cars. So it's not that you have 23 spots. Then if you want to modify a vehicle, just like with any other combination of garage and workshop in the game, for example, CEO office, the arena, just get in the vehicle, press right on D-pad, and then you can modify it. The controls, by the way, are also on the top left when you enter a vehicle. So for the people on PC, you will see the controls over there. So right now it's day, so I'm going to show you guys the outside as well. This is the important part because the outside, like I already said, is different for the 3 mansions. I will show you guys the outside for each mansion as well. But the inside, I'm 99% sure it's exactly the same. So on the outside, you have a pool. You also have a jacuzzi. The location of the jacuzzi is different for all of the 3 mansions. There's also a bar and also a dartboard apparently, but I'm not sure if you can play darts. On the ground floor level, so if you go upstairs again, outside there is gym equipment, and this is something new in GTA Online because you can actually also use the gym equipment. When you use this equipment, it will increase your strength, and if you already have max strength, then it will give you a temporary boost. Now, I don't know what this temporary boost is, but the first time that you use the gym equipment, it will give you this as a notification. Then over here, for example, you have a bench press that you can use. You can also see what your personal best is. So this is the max amount of reps that you do in one time, so in one set. and then you can also see how much reps you have done today. So this is the second time that I do it today, and when you get close to the end, so when I got close to 13, you can see your character struggles, and then you should stop. Then you also have chin-ups that you can do and curls. The reason, by the way, why there is still a guy and also random NPCs in my mansion is because I'm still hosting the party. So if you don't want anyone there, it's always just empty. So you choose if there can be other people or not. Then over here in the back, so on the ground floor outside, you can purchase a dog. So you can pick the breed, you can pick the color, and then you can also give it a name. Like I said, if you have multiple mansions, it will be the same dog and also the same cat in all mansions. Then if you go inside over here on the ground floor, this is where you can purchase a cat. So over here, just a clip where I purchased the cat. The dog and the cat both cost 15k, by the way, and you can both give them a name. With the cat, you cannot choose the breed, you can just pick the color. But then when you purchase them, they will just wander around the house and you can see them, for example, in your office or anywhere basically. Then for the Richman villa, by the way, until now everything was in the Richman villa. The outside looks like this, so you can put 2 cars on the driveway. The backside, we have already seen it. And then if you fly around the house, this is how it looks. So this is the Richman villa, the most expensive mansion, which had a base price of $12.8 million. So now let's go to the cheapest one, the Tongva estate. So this one costs 11.5 million base price, so without any upgrades. The reason why it's a bit cheaper, in my opinion, is probably because it's further from the city. So this one is kind of central in the map. But for the rest, I don't really see a reason why it should be cheaper, because it has everything. Also, it's not that much cheaper. It's only 1.3 million, which is approximately 10% cheaper than the most expensive one. So it's actually not that big of a difference. But you have everything that you have with the other mansions. So a nice entry, nice gate, 2 places to put cars on your driveway. Then for the rest, you have a garden in the front as well. And then in the back, you have the pool, you have the jacuzzi, you have a lot of area. You have the doghouse, like I said, same dog in every mansion, by the way. And then you have the gym equipment. It looks a bit different. You also have a nice view of the ocean, which you don't have with the other mansions. The inside, it's the same. So the layout is exactly the same. The decoration here, I picked it differently. That's why it looks different. But you can see the kitchen is in the same place. The office is in the same place. The size of the office is the same. The chairs are in the same place. Over here on the right, you have the cigar room. Then downstairs also you have the exact same things. Also the same sculpture that you have when you enter. So the inside, it's the same. It's only the outside look that will be different. And then also the location, but for the rest, it's the same. Then the third villa, it's the Vinewood residence. So this is how this one looks from the outside. This is actually a bit different. So the way the pool is orientated, it's horizontally instead of vertically. And then the jacuzzi is also in a different place. So this one is actually the one that is the most different, you could say, but still very much the same. So again, 2 places on your driveway, garage entrance from the right of the mansion, and then over here you see it pool. You kind of have this cool thing in front of the pool as well, a pond, something like this, and this is something that you don't have with the other mansions. And then again, gym equipment in the same place. Again, the color of the mansion is different from the outside, and then from the inside, it's just what you pick. So guys, that was basically it. I think a pretty complete tour for the mansions. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the Discord in the description, and peace out, you guys.